Hello everybody, a very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the Study IQ. My name is Abhishek Singh and today I am here with another great lecture for all of you, those who are interested to know about the legendary female saints of our country, our culture that was enriched by such female saints, and one of them, the very important, was the very own beloved of Lord Ranganath. That is ANDAL, right? ANDAL. So I think most of you might have heard her name as an Alvar, right? As an Alvar who was just one female among the 12 Alvar saints. However, in today's session, we will know about her story and we will understand that who was she, what was her contribution, and we will also see that what type of question could be asked from this particular topic. So welcome everybody, quickly join the session and let us get started without any further delay. So first of all, we will understand that how was the story of ANDAL. Okay. So guys, as you can see here, that this is basically, showing a multifaceted depiction where ANDAL was specifically inclined to the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, right, who was known as Lord Ranganath Swami, right. Even today, if you see, Lord Ranganath Swami temple is there in the Tiruchirappalli, right, in Tamil Nadu. So basically the story goes like that there was a lady, there was a small little child whose name was ANDAL, right, whose name was ANDAL, but however, she was not known by the same name since the beginning. So what was the name? Who was she? So guys, she was actually a 10th century Tamil poet, right, who was revered as a saint in the Dravidian literature basically, and as a part of the Alvar tradition of Bhakti. And what is this Alvar tradition of Bhakti? Alvar tradition and Nayanar tradition, basically these were two major sects, right, two major sects in the Bhakti movement of the early stages in the southern India, where the Nayanars, they used to consider Lord Shiva as the supreme deity, and the Alvars, they used to consider Lord Vishnu as the supreme deity. Alright, after that, if we talk about that she was the only woman Alvar, or say the Vaishnavite saint, not just that, she is also considered to be, right, she is also considered to be an incarnation of Shri Bhumi Devi. Guys, in the southern Indian ethos, Bhumi, right, or the goddess Earth, she is regarded as one of the prime consorts of Lord Vishnu, that is Sriman Narayan. Okay, so according to the legendary stories, she was considered to be the incarnation of Bhumi, or Lord of or Goddess of Earth. Okay, not just that, but ANDAL Tirupavali, right, and ANDAL Tirupavai, the compilation of the devotional poems sung by her, that is still recited by the devotees during the month of Margali, right, that is December and January, right. For example, you might be aware that in the distinct cultures of India, several or a few months are regarded as sacred month. Right. For example, if we talk about the North Indian traditions, right, some of you might have heard that there is a month called as the Kartik, okay, Kartik, which is considered to be very dear to Lord Vishnu. Similarly, in the Tamil culture, what is the case? That the Margali, right, Margali is regarded as a pious or a sacred month considered very dear to Lord Vishnu. All right. Now, if we talk about the initial days, the early days of ANDAL, that how was she doing and what was her accomplishment? So, the life story of ANDAL that tells us that person named Vishnu Chit, she was actually found by him as a little baby girl under a tulsi plant in the temple garden. In the temple garden of which place? Right, Srivilliputturu. Which place? Srivilliputturu. Got it? Her early name was Goda. What was the name given to her? That was Goda, or the gift of earth. the gift of earth. Okay, even today, if we find in the Kannada society, the peasants or the landlords families, they are known with the title called Gauda, right? However, there is a little bit difference in both of them. The Gauda and Goda, right? Basically, these are having certain connection, some connection with the earth, obviously, but she was named Goda as a gift of goddess earth, right? Remember the story, similar story, connected with Sita, right? Sita ji was also obtained in the picture, right? While the earth was being plowed, a field was being plowed by her father Janak. Remember the story? Some sort of similar type of story is there. Okay. So Vishnu Chitta, what did he do? That he was actually a devoted Brahmin. So what did he do? That his nurturing actually influenced the little girl quite intensely, right? So she started loving and being devoted towards the Lord Ranganath. Okay, and not just that, the intensity of her love and dedication towards Lord Lord Ranganath, that started increasing day by day. The situation was like that when she actually, when she became a little bit mature, she started dreaming of marrying to Lord Ranganath. Now, you can just make this a story very much similar to any of the stories in the legendary folks of North India, like the story of Gauri, that is Parvati. She actually started worshipping and then started to dream to marry Lord Shiva himself. Or the same story was connected with Tulsi as well, who had the dream of marrying to Lord Narayan. Okay, or the similar type of story that goes along with the in the medieval period for Mirabai as well. Okay, so basically, guys, what happens that such type of bhakti where the devotion changes to the you can say infatuation or personal dedication, right? That type of bhakti is called as madhurya. Okay, madhurya bhav of bhakti. Okay, that is affectionate form of okay, affectionate form of devotion. Got it? So that is what was existing for ANDAL towards Lord Ranganath. You can see this picture. Let me just make this page clear so that you can just watch this picture very clearly. That this is the story that a Brahman, right? He is finding a young baby, okay, lying over here under a tulsi plant. All right. So this is actually a painting. Which is present in the maybe in the audio or on the walls of Lord Ranganath Swami temple, right? So that is basically the story. Now, if we go further to understand about her story, so what happened that as she grew, as she became a little bit adult, so what happened that her determination to marry Lord Ranganath, that also increased day by day, right? Not just that, she also started making unique offerings to Lord Ranganath. You know what? There are stories that a particular female saint or particular male saint is dedicated towards a particular god. You might have heard the similar stories related to Ramadas, or related to Vithoba, or related to Gyaneshwar. There are stories like the Lord and the devotee, they were so much attached to each other that the Lord was actually obliged as per the wish of the devotee. Now, guys, let me tell you a very fine but a very important learning from this instance, that everybody whosoever is considered as a lord or as a god, right? everyone who is considered or regarded as a god is only because of his or her devotees. Okay? Otherwise, if nobody is there to recognize him or her as a supreme deity, what is the worth of that? Nothing, right? So same is the case here, that Andal, or her name was Goda, right? So Goda used to offer a beautiful garland every day to Lord Ranganath. In fact, her father used to offer, but Goda did one thing, that she first of all, checked it on herself, that she wore it, and if it was good, fine, good looking, then that garland was offered to Lord Ranganath. All right. So once upon a time, what happened, that her father saw her doing this and he scolded her. So after that, what happened, that Lord Ranganath, he came to the dreams of her father and insisted him that do not stop her from doing what she was doing at that. All right. So what happened, that when Lord Vishnu came to the dreams, he instructed her father to call her Andal. Then she got the name Andal, the girl who ruled over the Lord, the girl who had won over the Lord himself. That is the story, that how she got her name. All right. Now, if we talk about the legends, other legends as well, that when she wanted to marry Lord Ranganath at the age of 15 years, what happened? Actually, her father asked her that, to whom she want to marry. So she replied that she only wants to get married to Lord Ranganath. You know what? So again, the same instance, Lord Vishnu came to the dreams of the priests of the temple. All right, priests of the temple. And what happened, that when they received this dream, all right, the Lord ordered them to prepare for the marriage. And they started preparing for the marriage of Lord Ranganath. Such a great story it was, that when the priests were priests were actually trying to renovate this entire temple and to make Lord Ranganath ready for the marriage, right? So at that very moment, what happened? Andal came running into the temple and she embraced Lord Ranganath and disappeared in a blaze of glory. That is a moment that could bring the goosebumps to one who is actually imagine that scene, that a young girl, 15 years of age, coming, running fast and trying to embrace her beloved Lord himself, and then within a blaze of within a blaze of fire, in that very moment itself, she disappeared into the same idol. Such was her devotion, such was her dedication towards her worshipped. Okay, so that is what the story of Andal was. All right. Now, if we talk about her contributions in the literature, because she was very young at that point, that moment of time. So her first work is called as Tirupavai. Right? What is the work name? Tirupavai. That was a poem of 30 verses in which Andal imagines herself to be a cowherd girl during the incarnation of Lord Krishna. That means she calls herself a gopi when the Lord was incarnated as Lord Krishna. Okay, then she yearns to serve him and achieve the happiness not just in the birth but for all the eternity, and describes the religious vow that she and her fellow cowgirls will take for this purpose. That not just she alone but all the fellow cowherds, all the fellow gopis, they have taken a vow that they will serve Lord Ranganath, Lord Vishnu in his each and every incarnation. Right? And the second work, that is called as the Nachiyar Tirumali. Right? Nachiyar Tirumali, a poem of 143 verses. The Tirumali, literally meaning sacred sayings or Pavitra Vachanas, right, is a Tamil poetic style in which the work is composed. Right? Here the Nachiyar means goddess. So the little means sacred. Right? What happens? That basically sacred sayings of our goddess. It appears that she might have preached those sayings, preached those hymns, and someone else later might have compiled her sermons or her preachings. So that is the name called as Nachiar Tirumoli, right? Nachiar Tirumoli. So guys, utilizing this classical Tamil poetic conventions and intermixing stories from the Sanskrit Vedas and Puranas, ANDAL creates the imagery, the scene, the picture that is quite possibly unparalleled in the whole gamut of Indian religious literature. Okay, so she has had that ability to create that scenic description through her poetry, through her imagery skills at such very young age, that anybody going through her recitations, going through her creations could be soaked in this entire love and devotion towards Lord himself. Got it? Not just that, if we see a probable question that might come from this particular topic. So as you can all see this question, consider the following statements about legendary saint ANDAL. Okay. ANDAL was one of the 3 female Nayanars. First statement. She was a devotee of Lord Ranganath, who was an incarnation of Lord Shiva. Second statement, right? Her poetic compilations is called Tirumoli, which is the part of Sangam literature. Okay. So you have to select the incorrect statements. That means which of the statements given above are or is incorrect. Okay. So only 1 and 2, only 2 and 3, only 1 and 3, or all 1, 2 and 3, all of the above statements are incorrect. So the right answer is option number D. Right answer is option number D, because all of the statements given above are incorrect. And as you can see, the first one, she was not among the female Nayanars, but she was the only one of the Alvars who was female. Okay. She was a devotee of Lord Ranganath, absolutely correct, but Lord Ranganath was an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Okay, Lord Vishnu. Then her poetic compilation is called Tirumoli. Right. Tirumoli is a part of not Sangam literature, but of Nakyar. Okay, Nakyar tradition of Tamil poetry. Okay, of Tamil poetry. All right, everyone. So basically, poetry. So I think that all of you, those who have seen this lecture, must have got something interesting to learn. And guys, in the tomorrow's session, that will be on the Saturday, right, I will be appearing with another great story of another great saint. And till then, keep watching this. If you have not subscribed our channel yet, please do subscribe this channel, and let us meet in the next session. Till then, thank you so much for watching this class. Take care guys, bye-bye, and let us meet tomorrow. Till then, take care and Jai Hind.